Hello and welcome to Ben's Addiction. If your pre-2000 Mercedes-Benz antenna or aerial is broken like this, and there is no way to fix this broken antenna like that, and the previous owner has not done a good job in keeping the parts and keeping the system working, and if your FM reception is poor like this, and you love radio, and if you are curious to see if these Chinese $20 antenna on eBay or AliExpress works fine and you can make it to look like and your antenna reception sounds like the original Mercedes-Benz, please keep watching this video as I'm going to try this today. So my original plan was to replace this piece on my original Mercedes antenna, but I found that I almost have nothing, not even the housing and not any of the electrical parts. So I had to change the plan and buy one of these Chinese ones. So of course, if you have, this is very inexpensive, like $10 from eBay, you can buy and replace this broken aerial. So this package over here that we got covers like most of the cars and most of the Mercedes-Benzes. Of course, they have provided extra bracket and some rubber boots extra for different cars models, and it definitely not something specific to W124 or R129 or W201 or W202. So we're going to see if this will work on our car and look and sound as good as the original or not. So from these rubber boots, I'm going to try to see which one fits my W124. And by just looking at it, it seems like this one is the correct fitment. And it's very soft and it seems like to be hopefully working. The one over here is a bit dry and it seems like it would not leak-proof the antenna. So we will have an upcoming issue if we going to use this again. So far so good. So let's take this rubber boot off by just removing it like that. And the condition around is not good because it has been leaking, and that's how it came out. Next, we have to check to see if this actually works in real world to go up and down and function properly. So over here we have three cables and it should be like that. We have a positive, a ground, and a blue wire that the FM radio gives this a signal. So the radio FM and AM gives this a signal to go up and down. So let's try to see if this works or not. All we want to do is negative over here, and over here if I apply positive to this blue, this should go up. So yeah, the antenna extended and it seems like to work properly. Let's try again. If I disconnect the blue, it should retract, and it did so it seems like it's working properly. So it seems like this is not going to be a straightforward installation because we have a drain hose over here that was protruding and coming over here. I had to cut that so I can fit this only installation mount over here, and there is no installation mount on this antenna plastic body at all. So I had to cut that so I can fit this installation bracket on it. Okay, now this bracket is installed. Let's have a look behind the scene and see what's going on. Okay, so if I ever want to install this one right here, I will be doing so I have these two options over here, first bolt and second bolt. That should be a good thing. And then if I slightly bend this bracket to mimic what I have the installation bracket over there. I think it will work actually. So you will need some bolts and nuts, extra bolts and nuts, and extra long one, because this is designed in a way that does not allow you, see, this bracket is sitting behind, so you need like more than an inch to offset this from where the installation surface is. So it's going to be a problem. So that's why I'm using longer bolts. So if I install the way it is, the antenna will stick out like an inch, which is not good at all. So I have to keep modifying it. Okay, using all of the accessory that came with the antenna kit, I was able to make it look like externally like the original antenna. The main boot is not fitted properly yet, but I'm happy with the exterior result, but still working on putting all the bolts and nuts and tightening this antenna behind. One of the bolts are tightened and done, but the other one is left now. The other next challenge to have is this connector antenna socket or plug over here is not the same as this plug we have here, and we have to find an adapter for it. That's another challenge. And then of course the last challenge would be to connect up these two to the main connector, which is over here, and it definitely doesn't fit this connector. So I have to use the female connector over here to connect it up to the main harness. So it seems like we did not need the brown wire over here. So blue is connected to blue, red is to red. I'm going to isolate this one properly using a heat shrink, but that's how it's done. Of course, the negative is connected to the ground. That's not an issue. The next thing to be done is this connector over here that needs an adapter. Okay, so everything is looking good over here except the fact that I could not find a proper adapter for this one on eBay. So the adapter should be one side a socket, a DIN socket, and on the other side I don't know what is that. It should be, it is probably something specific to Mercedes-Benz, but I could not find that sort of adapter. So I had to connect everything up and insulate it the best way I could using tape, making sure it's not going to be problematic. And over here, aesthetic side of it, it looks okay, although I have two holes that was already plugged up on my body, which it doesn't look very good, but in terms of antenna, it looks okay and looks like a proper Mercedes-Benz aerial antenna as well. Let's go ahead and check the reception, the radio reception, which is very important.
Check my vitals. You miss me, tell me you love. Upgrade with us, going. It's done in the hard to
a whole lot more than just. Yeah.
So as you can see, I've got stereo on all FM station, which is great, and it seems to be a very good reception. And what about AM?
Very light. Along the left, there has been a slow process. Peter Romeo, Bundy off the left.
So it seems like I have good reception on AM wave as well. So all in all, very happy with the antenna, but it's a little problematic in terms of installation because of course I did not have anything in terms of the original antenna and housing and the connections as well. So that caused more difficulties in terms of installation of the new antenna, but hopefully you will have a better chance installing this electric automatic antenna. These Chinese ones can of course work for you if you need to use one of these. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching, liking, subscribing. Have a great day. Bye.
Let's go.